name's Lorien. I'm an eclectic witch, a crystal healer, an astrologer, tarot reader, and I also teach meditation as well. I'm ever so sorry for the delay to my subscribers to get this Gemini 2015 reading for May up and running, but for those of you who are not subscribed and are just coming onto the reading to see what I have to say for you, hello Gemini, and I do hope you like what you hear, or at least it resonates with you, and also thank you very much for choosing to watch this reading. For those who don't know me, this is basically my first batch of tarot readings. The next readings will be June, and this channel is kind of just getting started really. I apologise in advance that I haven't got any footage of me directly talking to you. I am getting a camera hopefully soon, so I'll be able to give a bit more personal touch on the June readings. But generally, how the reading works is that I pick up on energies, I tune in to the sign in general. It's going to really be a reading that you interpret yourself as well. So if you feel that it's resonating with you, that's excellent. If you don't feel the messages apply, that's fine. You're probably vibrating on a different frequency this month, and perhaps you actually find different things like next month in June. But most of all, the important thing is that I get the message to the people who need to hear it. So I really do hope that you enjoy this reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do actually have one-to-one readings available on my Etsy shop. You can check out the link below, or just email me for a list of prices or whatever you want. I do custom readings depending on budget and what you need, and just give me a bell below. But I'm just going to shuffle the cards and see what comes out for you. Okay, Gemini, so you should be able to see now the 4 cards for a week each throughout the course of May, and the card below is actually for the entire month, so it's just kind of a theme surrounding the month for you. It's got a mixed bag a little bit. It seems like it's starting off on a bit of a wobble and then gradually evening out, although it may seem like you're doing a lot of waiting this month. That's what I really see here. So overall, I think that you have a lot of thinking to do, a lot of communication to do. You are quite good at communication, maybe not when it comes to the emotional side of it. That can sometimes trip you up, but really I think this is a month to take chances. So the world can signify that you're figuratively feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's not necessarily an easy place to be. It is an excellent time, I would say, though, to review how well you do at asking for help with that. So again, the communication. So if you do need help, just ask it when you need it. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You are not Atlas. You do not have to make sure that only you know what you're doing, or only you have a good idea of what's going on for you. You can branch out, connect with people. Don't try and restrain yourself like the 8 of Swords. Just briefly, touching on that card for a second, I don't feel like you need to be in that frame of mind. Branch out. There's a very good chance that you could be taking on far too much, and it's important, if this is the case, just to blow your own horn a little bit. You know your achievements, you know what you can do, and I think also it's a kind of a completion card as well for you. So if you finally reach the end of something, or almost at the finish line in some way, keep going, but know that you don't have to carry this after you've finished. So you may need to look outside the box slightly. I would say maybe even look at other people in different companies, how they manage their load. You can always reach out to them and see if they have any handy hints for you. And yeah, this is very much a working month for you, Gemini. Seems like you are trying to get down into the nitty-gritty, and basically the world can also mean the world is your oyster. But I'm feeling more of a heaviness to that. I think it's kind of a confusion. The world is so big. Where do you fit into that? Where's your place? Maybe you don't think that you have a place, but you do. It's just a case of getting out of this zone. Now something's ending, or something's now finally beginning to pick up almost. So the period of kind of preparing is over, doing the groundwork and the hard work. that seems to be falling behind now, and it's kind of a chance for you to be in the market. You need to really figure out for yourself where you would be happy, and then don't be afraid to pursue that. Don't be afraid to go on and really make the changes necessary. Because again, the world is your oyster. Doesn't have to be a scary thing. It can be really, really good for you to challenge yourself and see where you do fit in. And going into the 10 of Wands, which is, I would say, this week, the second week of May, you may feel again as though you are carrying a very heavy burden. And I think you need to see if there are any other ways, perhaps if not loading it off to other people, just releasing it. I think it's possibly emotionally, and the pressure of having to find either another job or find somewhere else that you fit in, find something else that balances you. Maybe you're not feeling that confident, which is odd for a Gemini, but it does happen. I think that you're probably really tired. You've been working very hard personally, professionally, and give yourself a break now, because you could use one. You don't need to put a lot of pressure on yourself, be unrealistic about that. Again, it's about not hesitating to ask for help. If you need help in the workplace or getting work in the first place, just reach out. You have a lot of ideas and you can explore a lot of avenues. It's just about being able to raise your head up enough to see where you can go. So if you have so many things on your shoulders, you'll be just wanting to bury your head in your sand. Release it. Because if not, you're just going to feel a little bit of a, in limbo more than you are. But I think it's going to be more of a case of you don't feel like you can go anywhere apart from down. But that's not it. Most often, this indicates that there's something that you need to look at and consider. You will not gain anything by pretending that it's not a problem. So you need to look at what you want to do and how to do that. And again, release it. Anything that's gone before is really gone. You don't have to pay attention to that anymore. And I think that you will actually learn this. Because, I have a Gemini moon, so this is kind of relevant for me too. It's kind of the third week. You may be at a crossroads. So when you've actually unloaded the emotional energy and the pressure that you put in on yourself to achieve, or the pressure on yourself that you want to be out there in the world doing stuff, but you're stuck in here, and it's very frustrating. I'm there with you. And generally, I think that you have two choices, up or down. You can carry on going down with this heavy burden, or you can raise up by releasing it. So you may find yourself, again, very much wanting to do something, but having no idea what it is or how to do it. Or if you do have an idea of what you'd like to do, again, where do I go to do that? If it happens like that, I think it's a clear sign that you should just stop, relax, and look at ways you might need to let go. Just, you don't have to control everything. Again, when you're feeling kind of attacked, even if it's yourself attacking you, it is possible that you may shut off to other people who try and help. You may find yourself looking at the bad in people rather than the good. So, they never contact me, it's always me contacting them, that kind of thing. All in all, this should be a thoughtful, reflective time, but it needs to be a positive one. And I think if you are willing to look at how you might best serve your own interests, be willing to change. That's the main thing that I can say. Just be willing to alter your plan a little bit. Nothing much may seem to be happening right now, and I think that's something that may have been the same case for a while, and you may very well be sick of that. But it's a great time to figure out if there's anything that you can do about that. Step outside, take a look. If you can make do with something in the meantime, just until perhaps you have figured something out, then do that. But don't bring a lot of responsibility back on your shoulders. Let go of it. For the risk of singing the song, do just let it go. It can be a relationship, it can be a work situation, and now you've finally unburdened yourself. You're sort of hanging in limbo in this third week, wondering, where do I go now? Okay, let's take your time. Have a look and see. You don't have to choose everything immediately, but I do feel that communication will best serve looking at the options as to what you have and reaching out to people in many ways. And then the final week, the Lovers, that doesn't always mean romance, at least for me. And it was also associated with the sign of Gemini, so it's a good thing because, you know, the twins element. It's a partnership card, and I feel like it's kind of a duality. So you have come to terms with one side of yourself, and you are now able to let the other side through. It's kind of yin and yang. You approach it or you avoid it, and just you need to let the nicer side of yourself out. My great-grandma, when I was a child, used to say, "Where has the nice girl gone? Why is naughty girl here? Where's nice girl?" And I just used to be very confused because I thought I was nice girl. You know, I didn't know that I was two personalities. It was very strange. But it's something that I've taken with me for quite a while. There are two sides to everybody, but with the Gemini it's more pronounced. It could be that your heart is telling you one thing and your head is telling you the other thing. You need to join them. You need to make them go into harmony. I think it's kind of the fear or love scenario. And if you can, or whenever you can, choose the love option. Love yourself, love your work, love the path, love your loved one, love your family, as hard as that can be sometimes. Love your friends, even though they're not there 100% of the time. Whatever choices you face, try and love yourself enough to pick the right one, however hard it may seem at the time. You can be comfortable, but I don't know how much of a result that would bring for you. I just think you need to rebond with the essence of yourself, and this is also a message that the Eight of Swords comes through with. So you may be holding yourself back here because you fear moving to the future. Like, see the little owl? I don't know whether you can on the screen. There's a little owl there, sitting there, and he's kind of outside the window, and he's saying, "Come on, you know, the wisdom is out here. The wisdom is in the world. The wisdom is not shutting yourself away behind these imaginary bars thinking that this is all there is. You can have a lot of blessings that are outside that window. And you need to release that negativity. Know that what you say and do, that generates the outcome. No decision is still a decision in the eyes of the universe. It will reward you for the decisions you make. It will also reward you for the decisions you decide not to make, just to ignore. It might not be a very nice reward, but, you know, you get what you give out there. So if you need help managing and dealing with your fears, ask for it. It doesn't have to be a person. It can just be the spiritual guides or the angels, whoever you work with. And if you hate your work, or if you hate what's going on in your life, you do have the power to change it. Use that really strong throat chakra. Use that to communicate as much as you can and get the message out there that you are here and that you are prepared to do whatever it takes to actually get out there. Don't just go, well, it's better than nothing. You know, at least I'm here. No, keep working, because nothing is better than nothing. You know, it's rethink it. Get out of that pattern. Get out of that unhealthy thought cycle. Because if you don't, you are just going to continue this same process until eventually your guides or somebody gives you the rocket that you need to push forwards and out there. Someone else can't really fix this problem for you. It's a case of self-empowerment here and really digging in deep and trying to get the message out there that you know what you do and you know what path you're going into. And the first time I read for Gemini and the video didn't actually work, it was pretty much the same, but this is more of a stronger message now. This is about taking action, because you can only lollygag for so long. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what June holds for you, because I would really like to know, not just from a personal point of view, but for everybody else who seems to have resonated with this reading. I would love to know exactly what happens for you, and I am encouraging people to sort of come back and share their experiences, really, and see exactly what's happening in that sense. Also, again, if you'd like to look, if you'd like for me to look at you specifically in a one-to-one reading, you can purchase a reading whenever you like. Just email me or check out my Etsy shop, and I can do custom readings if you need. But in the meantime, Gemini, it seems like you've got a bit of a choice to do. I hope you feel comfortable with the one you make, and it is a case of hard work, empowerment, and getting out of the fear box really. And I do wish you all the best, and take care until next time.